So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the bottom row. Now, for the tens digits, we're going to split this up into 3 sections. Top row, middle row, bottom row. For the tens digits in the top row, we write 0. So 0, 0, 0. For the tens digits in the middle row, we write 1. So 1, 1, 1. And then for the bottom row, tens digits, we're going to write 2. 2, 2, 2. And then we write a 3 next to the 0 to get 30, which you may know is 3 times 10. And now you have the 3 times table. Take a look. This is a really awesome trick, I'd say. So now you know the trick to learn the 3 times table. You can use it to start memorizing the 3 times table. In the Math Tips and Tricks series, we're going to learn the trick for the 4 times table. So now we can actually start. Draw out 2 upside down W's, or rather just draw out 2 M's, kind of like here, as you can see behind me. Then write the 2 times table from 2 to 8, followed by a 0 at each point of the M. So this follows the pattern 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. And then the same for the other one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 0. Now that's the ones digits done. Now we can split the tens digits into 4 sections. The top row of the first M, the bottom row of the first M, the top row of the second M, and the bottom row of the second M. For the top row of the first M, just write 0. So 0, 0. For the bottom row of the first M, write 1 except for the last one. There we write 2. So 1, 1, 2. For the top row of the second M, just write 2. So 2, 2. And for the bottom row of the second M, write 3 except for the last one. There we write 4. So 3, 3, 4. And so, right before your very eyes, you have completed the 4 times table. This is a very neat trick to memorize it. And as you can see right here behind me, just look at it. It's really, really neat. And it's a really good way to learn the 4 times table. And that's about it. Now, you have learned the trick to memorize the 4 times table. You can use it to master the 4 times table. Today, in the Math Tips and Tricks series, we're going to learn the trick for the 5 times table. Now, we can start. Draw out these digits. You write a 0 and then each number from 1 to 4 twice, and then finally the number 5 in the boxes. So this is the pattern. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. And so, let's do that. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4.
ஓகே, இப்போ கொஞ்சம் நெட்டு கொஞ்சம் இதுவாக இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால கொஞ்சம் பொறுத்துக்கோங்க. கொஞ்சம் ஸ்டக்காக கொஞ்சம் நெட்டு ஏன்னா வராமல் போயிடும். அதனால நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குது. இங்கே நெட்டு ஒழுங்காக வரமாட்டேங்குது. ஸோ அதனால பொறுத்துக்கோங்க. ஓகே, வீடியோக்குள்ள போகலாம்.
4, 5. And now you have the 5 times table. Check this out. This is a really neat way to learn the 5 times table. And you can see it goes from 5 times 1 to 5 times 10. That is the 5 times table. And that's about it. Now, You have learned the trick
Hello?
to memorize the 5
Hello?
times table.
Hello.
You can use it to master the 5 times table. In the 3 times table trick video, I said that if you learn the 3 times
ஓகே கைஸ், இப்போ நான் பேசுறது உங்களுக்கு கேட்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஒரு 5 minutes வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. ஏன்னா கொஞ்சம் இங்கே நெட்டு கொஞ்சம் ப்ராப்ளமாக இருக்குது. ஓகே கைஸ், இப்போ வீடியோக்குள்ள போகலாம்.
table trick, you would easily learn the 6 times table trick with one that's just much like it. So today, we're going to show you that 6 times table trick. Let's begin by drawing out 2 tic-tac-toe grids, one next to the other. Next, we'll start from the bottom left corner and write all the numbers from
இன்னைக்கு வந்து நான் 7 டேபிள் வரைக்கும் உங்களுக்கு காட்டுறேன். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.
1 to 9. We'll start in the leftmost column, going upwards from the bottom left corner, and then we will go forwards over to the rightmost column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then write a 0 next to the bottom row. So do the same for the other grid too. Now, for the tens digits, we'll split the grid into 3 parts each. Top row, middle row, bottom row. This is gonna take a tiny bit of a while. For the tens digits in the top row of the first grid, we will write 0, 0. Two zeros. And then we repeat the same thing on the other side, but with different numbers this time. For the tens digits in the to happen now, for the tens digits in the middle row of the second grid, we write, yeah, you're pretty much right, it's 444. And for the tens digits in the bottom row of the second grid, we write 555. And then we write a 6 next to the second of 2 zeros. It sounds like a lengthy process, but you may actually notice that this is the 3 times table from 3 times 1 to 3 times 20. So if you know that, then well, you kind of know the 6 times table using this trick. So now we can start. All you have to do is make a diamond shape in both of them and then connect the first diamond to the 30 and the second diamond to the 60. And make sure you circle all of these numbers that this diamond shape touches. And all of the circled numbers create the 6 times table. Check this out. This thing is really cool. It's a really awesome trick. Yeah, this is amazing. You can see behind me, over there we got the full 6 times table. It's a really awesome trick, in my opinion. Really awesome. So now you know the trick to learning the 6 times table. You can use this trick to memorize the 6 times table. We're gonna learn the math trick for the 7 times table. Now, let's begin by drawing out a 3x3 tic-tac-toe grid, as you can see behind me. Now we can begin learning the trick. For the ones digits, we go all the way to the top right box and write down the numbers from 1 to 9 by starting in the rightmost column and going back over to the leftmost column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then And you may be thinking, well, where's the 0? So we write the 0 to the right of the bottom row, right here. And that is the ones digits. Yep, we used up all of the digits. And that is the ones digits of the 7 times table. Now we come to the tens digits. It's a little bit more complex. So we're going to break this up into 3 sections. Top row, middle row, bottom row. For the tens digits in the top row, we will write 0 in the first box, 1 in the second box, and 2 in the third box. Okay, for the tens digits in the middle row, we will write 2 in the first box, 3 in the second box, and 4 in the third box. And finally, for the tens digits in the bottom row, we will write 4.
Guys, வந்து கொஞ்சம் அடிக்கடிக்கு வெளியே வரும். ஸோ கொஞ்சம் கோஆப்ரேட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் இந்த மாதிரி வீடியோ போடும்போது உங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் வந்து கிளியராக போடுறோம். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.
4 in the first box, 5 in the second box, and 6 in the third box. And then to continue the line over to the 0, we will write a 7 next to the 0 to get 70. And now you have the 7 times table. Take a look. This is a really awesome trick that will easily help you to memorize the 7 times table. So now you know the trick to learning the 7 times table. You can
வீடியோட எண்டில் ஒரு பாட்டு போகிறோம், பாட்டு என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்யூ.
Use it to start memorizing and putting into your brain the 7 times table. For me, the most difficult multiplication table after the 9 times table is the 8 times table. Now, here's the first way of explaining the trick. As this is the 8 times table, write down all of the numbers from 0 to 8 from top to bottom, as you're seeing behind me right here. But once you reach 4, include an extra 4 and continue until 8. Next, for the ones digits, write the 2 times table starting from 0 up to 8, again from bottom to top. And once you reach 8, repeat and go again from 0 up to 8. And once you're done, you have the 8 times table, as you can see right here. And here is the second way of explaining the trick. As you can see here, let's create a box of 5 columns and 2 rows. For the ones digits, just like you've seen in the first method, we're going to write down the 2 times table from 0 to 8 in both rows, but this time backwards in the opposite direction from 8 to 0. So 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Now for the tens digits in the first row, we will write down the numbers from 0 to 4, as you see here. And for the tens digits in the second row, we will write the numbers from 4 to 8. And once you're finished, you will have the 8 times table, as you can see right here. Do you know the 9 times table? I'm sure you do. But for me, the 9 times table is the hardest one out of all the multiplication tables from 1 to 9. But recently, I found not one.
இதுதான் லாஸ்ட் டேபிள். உங்களுக்கு இந்த ஒரு டேபிளுக்கு வந்து நாளைக்கு நம்ம டேபிள் பார்க்கலாம். ஓகே, சொன்னது கேட்டிருக்கோம். ஓகே, 9 டேபிள், 10 டேபிள், 11 டேபிள், 12 டேபிள் நம்ம வந்து நாளைக்கு பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ அதுக்கு ஃபஸ்ட்டில் நம்ம ரெடி பண்ணிடலாம். ஓகே, கைஸ் ஒரு நிமிஷம் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க.